In this chapter, we're going to deal with one of the more difficult aspects of CSS, and that is conflict resolution in the cascade.
I hate conflict.
I don't like conflict either, and I really try to avoid it, and if I can avoid it, well, resolving it is always a good thing. So in this section, you will also not only learn about conflicts, but how to resolve them. It is, again, a complex area, and part of the reason for that has to do with the fact that there's disparities in the CSS specifications. For example, the way something was calculated in CSS1 might be different than the way it's calculated in CSS2, 2.1, or 3. And so what happens is the browser manufacturers get a hold of the specifications and have to implement them to the best of their ability to the most recent specification. So some of these issues are, in fact, complex, and one of the most complex ones is something called specificity, which I will do a cursory review of, but there are some resources and tools and some humorous resources and tools that our very own Clarky over here has created to help us understand how conflict is best resolved. Want to tell them a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Well, this is your fault, Molly, because I listened to you explaining specificity.
Say that 10 times fast.
Specificity at a previous workshop, and wanted a little chart that I could pin up above my desk just to remind me how to calculate specificity. And so what I wanted to do here was to make a graphical representation of specificity. And as we'll see later on in the chapter, conflicts can easily arise, and no better subject seemed to me to occur than Star Wars.
Well, people certainly love this, and it's available on Andy's site, so you can always use this. And there's a corollary on my own site as well that looks a lot less pretty, but explains in more detail the technical aspects of specificity that won't be covered in this chapter. So I think, again, check out your source files and our resource files there if you want to know more about this, or if you want to be able to grab this and use it as a resource, because it is fun.
This and other resources are available in the bookmarks.html file, and we're going to keep referring to that file throughout the title. Right, lovely jubbly.